we have any other points in your treasure chest over there, Trevor, for our last 7 minutes or so?
Do you know what? We could touch on Grenfell really quickly because I think it ties into what Brother David was talking about, just in terms of the mentality that, that Western mentality of of profit, above people. The whole Grenfell thing. So
it was like an update, or
so
in terms of where the money went? I heard that
this is what they're talking.
That's
what they're talking about, where the money went. So basically, it's come out as it's in the newspapers now, saying that less than a third of the total funds raised for the people affected by the Grenfell Tower fire has reached the victims. So about 5.8 million of the 19 million pounds that was raised has reached survivors, and 3 million was distributed in the past week. Obviously, the fire took place more than
Why was 3 million distributed in the last week?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Somebody was.
Maybe the story was coming out and they thought, boy, we better get this percentage out.
Okay. I was thinking, what is the spike about? Why the spike? We've now decided you need something?
Well, this is the point.
Okay, go ahead.
And so, a lot of people are really upset about it because they're saying, people have given this money, why is it taking so long? You've got two months, more than 2 months it's taking place, the money goes in, why is it taking so long to allocate these funds? But the head of charities in this country, a gentleman by the name of David Holderswell, said he was pleased with the amount that has been given, he's pleased with the management of it, and to me it got me thinking generally just about charities. Because this is the head of charities, he was happy with how that business had been done.
I don't know how charities stay across the world, but in the UK, is anyone familiar with what the boards and the people who run big charities look like?
Not really.
Do you know 9 out of 10 times this will be the wives of very rich people, and they still take all their expenses. They take this isn't when we talk charity in our own community. Many of the brothers that you know that have worked in our community, for our community, would be we're struggling financially for 20, 25, 30 years. You are not talking about poor folks when you talk about UK charities. You're not talking about people who...
But it's business.
Right.
It's a business model.
This is it. And when it's a way of actually cleaning a lot of this money and using it in ways that work for them and using it in ways that give them influence they want. But we send the money to them because this is the charitable people that can come up and get the donations off you on the street and whatever. And we send the money, but we're not the ones who are actually, people are upset with where the money went. But who told you when you handed over the money you had any real jurisdiction? Did you put someone on that board? We don't have anybody on the board. So we give to charities that we have no connection with, and then we're surprised with where the money went.
It kind of goes back to the same thing with education. You just put your children in school. It's it looked all right. It was official. Yeah. The label said it was this and that, and you're rocking with it. I mean, I looked at some general research on charities, and they talked about the Red Cross when they had that earthquake in Haiti. $500 million was given to the Red Cross, and at the end of it, the only tangible thing when the investigators went down there that they could say that they actually built was 6 permanent homes with $500 million. And they couldn't actually identify where a lot of the money went.
You said 70%, right?
Now that was a different thing. And then it was when they did a study on Hurricane Katrina, they had this project they were doing there. I know it was short of time, but there was a project called the Louisiana Road Home Program, which was supposed to rebuild the homes and the roads. And of the $1 billion that was there allocated for that project, I think it was 18 months later, they said they didn't know where 700 million went. That's 70% of the money. They didn't know where it went.
And no one's going to jail.
No one's going to jail. They said it was inefficient use of funds.
Yo, let me tell you something. You put together, as a black man, a charity. You don't laugh. As I'm saying, look, I don't even have to tell the joke. Because if I say it now, every black person already knows if you put together...
You are sharing showers.
Let you raise £500,000. Let you raise that money and let you not be able to account for every nickel and dime. And let me tell you, the whole lot these people is going to put you in. What they will put you through and how they will, let your children have nice shoes.
I think for us as well, a lot of the time we don't, again, it's about not understanding our history and stuff like that, so we don't understand what we see as charities today was missionaries yesterday. So we're not in tune with it, so we think that it's going to,
make a difference.
Comic relief has been going on since I was at school too, Rastafari.
Yeah.
And you know, Africa should be
It should be
a new place.
should be free.
Do you understand?
It should be free.
Billions has gone into there. So when my daughter was going, when she was in the system, and she'd be like, "Mummy, can I have 50 pence for comic relief?" You better tell Lenny Henry to give me 50 pence. That's what you better do.
Get back.
You understand? I'm not paying £1 for the privilege for you to wear your own clothes. No, no. I'm not buying no spotty clothes either, or nothing like that.
I must admit,
But
the
we
whole
just don't
idea of wearing a
understand
red nose like I made a difference is just
all
like,
of that. So we just don't understand the history of it. It's the same, you know. They have an agenda. They have their own, you know, depopulation agenda. It's the same white supremacist system. It's
As
a
it's
different
always
thing.
been.
And we're happy because we get a good, warm, fuzzy feeling because I did something good today, as opposed to really studying what happened.
And I think a lot of the time we just have not been focused on the reality and the truth, and this is why God blesses Donald Trump to bring us the truth and let us know that really ain't nothing changed in 450 years, and it's time for black folks to do for stuff. Thank you. We've come to the end. It's been a wonderful show. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you to Amiga FM for our lovely new surroundings. Thank you to Christopher Aisha, who's helped us with the camera, and to the guests. Yeah, let's round of applause for our Christopher. Brother David, Will Trevon, Brian the trainer, and Handa. We will be back next week. 4 till 6, I believe. We might even be here on a Sunday. But we'll see you then. Take care. Bye.
104.1 FM.
See, I was still looking at that one.